You are listening to Inspired Caring with Michelle Magner, episode number 113. Hello, welcome to Inspired Caring. I'm your host, Michelle Magner. If you are caring for an older family member, this is the podcast for you. Each week, I bring insight, tips, inspiration, and strategies to help you care for the people that you love without losing yourself along the way. Having cared for both of my grandmothers, I've helped manage everything from hospital stays, households full of belongings, to navigating senior living and end-of-life care. And I've worked in senior living as a result of that experience, serving my residents and their families as they've been on this journey too. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you enjoy this episode of Inspired Caring. Hello. Okay, I saw Barbie, finally. I'm always so late to the party and loved it. I thought it was a great movie. And there is this scene with America where she's talking about how difficult it is to be a woman. And I loved this other scene that was a really big standout for me where they talk about waking up. We have to wake up all the Barbies because they had fallen under the patriarchy. And it really reminds me of the words that just keep rolling through my head constantly: wake up, pay attention, choose. Wake up, pay attention, choose. And that is definitely threaded through all of the work that I'm doing to help support families who are on this caregiving journey and help support middle aged women who have been stretched and stretched so thin that we're practically transparent. And um, I don't know, it was just so powerful. So I was very grateful to have the opportunity to go see it. The reason I'm all dramatic about that is my calendar is tough, y'all. I'm busy mama, working, schooling, all this stuff. So it was great to be able to go sit in a theater and see the movie. But I was thinking about this wake up concept, and I just want to touch today on the waking up, pay attention, and choose. And I think a really palatable way to reflect on waking up is like when you go on vacation and you notice how things and people are just very different in different areas. It gives you this sense that maybe everything that we're doing, that I'm doing at home, could be done slightly different. I mean, honestly, I live in the suburbs, right? I go downtown and things feel different. Things look different. I will walk into a place and I'll be like, "Ooh, I love all the plants in here. Why don't I have more plants?" Or see this woman sitting across the restaurant. "Oh, those are cute shoes. I think I could get away with wearing those. I need to freshen up my style." Or if there are people laughing around me, I'm like, "Oh, they're laughing. What is so funny? What are you so happy about? I need to be funnier. I need funnier friends." Um, this is so embarrassing. I've actually had this thought when I've seen a very, very thin woman. The thought has actually occurred to me. This is ridiculous. She must be vegan. I think I could be vegan too, except, cheese and ice cream. And I could do other dairy alternate ice creams, but not cheese. So maybe I could just cut back on my dairy. Yeah, I could do that. And then I'll be thinner too. I mean, it's just so ridiculous. And then I go home from the suburbs or vacation and I just go back to the same old shit day in, day out. And then the next thing we know, our kids have moved out. I'm not sure what to talk to my husband about anymore. I can't remember anything that I like or why I'm doing the things I'm doing. And oh my gosh, my parents aren't getting around like they used to. And oh, this video is so cute on Instagram. I should send this to the kids and they'll like it. And I feel all hip and connected with my children through Instagram. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I talking about again? Right. God, it's like the same thing. We're just on autopilot of distraction over and over. Um, it's exhausting. Working, striving, surviving, scrolling, maintaining status quo, which is fine. It's fine unless it's not. Because if you're unhappy lost, confused, stressed, riddled with anxiety, depressed. Like, we're all so anxious. Why is everybody so anxious? Things certainly don't feel the way they used to. I do air quotes, used to, but so many things have changed in our lives, in our families, our neighborhoods, our communities. I don't hardly know any neighbors anymore. I like used to know everyone on my block, and now I know like two people on my block. I don't know. The wake up scene in the movie really spoke to me. I had several years ago, pre 2020, I think I'm on year 5 or 6 without drinking the way I used to drink alcohol. Like, I changed my relationship with alcohol, and it was like that was a massive undertaking for a short amount of time that has given me compounded results. And I remember one night had been talking earlier in the evening about wanting to shift careers a little bit and got this idea about getting a life coach certification. And he was sitting in bed and he's reading, and I am getting ready for bed. And I just looked at him and said, I don't know what's happening in me, but something is changing. Something is shifting. I love you. I love our family. Like, there's so many things that I want to keep the same, but I'm feeling very pulled towards something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it means. It's a little unnerving to have this sensation, this feeling in your body that feels so big. But I just was awake to this idea that there was something else that I wanted to be doing and feeling very compelled to pursue something that was unknown. I was thinking this week earlier, my gosh, I think I saw the Barbie movie Tuesday, and then Wednesday, one of my friends sent me this recorded piece of her beautiful spoken word art called The Awakening. And I will put it in the show notes for you to watch. But she just articulated, and um, her body movements and everything in this piece are just so powerful and just rolled through me again. That this awakening that I feel like middle aged women are experiencing is meaningful, and it is going to continue, and it's important, and it's so great that we can explore what it means, because I think that middle-aged women are restless, and they're tired of feeling tired, and they're tired of feeling stressed, and they're tired of feeling depressed and anxious, and we're beginning to wake up that maybe, just maybe, things could be different. This is what the Fair Play Life movement is all about. I don't know if you've watched any of that or you're following her on Instagram. Fair Play Life. It is so powerful. It's really about questioning everything about the division of labor in our households. Like, why are women the primary caregivers in our culture, and doing most of the stuff with the kids, and doing most of the stuff around food and groceries and indoor tasks and all of this stuff that just adds up, and we're working. I mean, the division of labor in our homes, this is not the Beaver Cleaver days where honey gets to go off to work and then come home, right? It's so much more than that now. And oh god, I'm so worked up I can barely breathe. Let me take a deep breath. Oh, I gotta chill out here. It's what Sarah Jenks and her husband, Dr. Jonathan, I think it's Bratchboard, are talking about on Instagram. They're having a powerful movement about what equity within marriage looks like. And it's like we all have to wake up. It's not just women, and it's not just women who are drowning, it's men too. They're depressed, they're anxious. Men feel this incredible pressure to provide and protect. But the stereotypical gender roles are not leveraging our strengths and our talents, and they're not supporting our desires. And so men don't deserve this either. this rat race of like work your ass off, retire, have a couple of good years, get diagnosed with something, live 12 years with chronic illness and die, that is so grim. I don't want to do that. I don't think you do either. Like, is this our plan? Because we're living longer than ever before. We are living, if you had been born in the year 1900, men lived to an average age of 50 and women lived to an average age of 24. So we're living longer than ever before, and we have lifespan, but not health span. And we have to wake up to our health span. I just finished this great book called Outlive, and I'll put links to all this stuff in the show notes. Outlive is talking about really being awake to the idea of medicine 3.0 and not just grinding in this medicine 2.0 with the same old, because it's not working anymore. Medicine 2.0 is about diagnosing and treating, and medicine 3.0 that he is proposing is really leaning into prevention and health. So when it comes to waking up, be curious. Be curious and question everything when you think of, well, that's just how it's always been. Like, we can wake up and look around and wonder, and we can wake up and look around and push back. We can wake up to the idea that we can be better and that maybe the minimalists, Joshua Fields Milburn and Ryan Nicodemus, are right that we can actually have more with less. But waking up is that first step. Waking up is the first step. The second step is paying attention. Pay attention. This general restlessness and feeling of being unsettled is only going to get us so far. And we can only do that for so long without just completely numbing out on our phones, TV, drinking, food. Numbing out is not working for us. It's just going to be the end of us. I was at this presentation not that long ago, and the woman referred to our phones as a digital hypodermic needle. Oh my gosh, that just really struck me. But paying attention will help you figure out what areas of your life need urgent attention. Not just paying attention, but really what needs our urgent attention. Because not paying attention is impacting how healthy we are, how we're aging, how long we're living, how we're showing up as caregivers. And I mean, thinking about how I'm just showing up for myself at the end of the day. I've been thinking about, like, what are the top feelings that I'm having throughout the day? What are the primary thoughts recycling through my mind? Where, who, when, why? What spaces are comfortable and uncomfortable? And where can I find peace? How often am I reaching for what I do want and don't want? Like, I just feel like we're just giving and pouring out from ourselves to complete depletion. So paying attention and looking for those common denominators is so powerful. What daily habits are helping you? What's hurting you? And what needs to happen for you to choose? What needs to happen as you are waking up and paying attention for you to make some different choices? Because learning who you are and what fills you up and what makes you tick and how you are wired and what are your strengths and love languages and what do you want more of in your life? What is it time to let go of? How do you function best, feel your best? All of that puts the power back in your hands. My husband and I are tracking very closely right now that when one of us is away, the other person feels more energized because things are flowing easier in the house. We love each other. We love being around each other. We love spending time together and being together and having conversations and doing all the things that married people do. And what I've really discovered is that it's not a problem to observe this and acknowledge it. It's a problem to ignore it. It's a problem to numb out and pretend it's not happening. It's a problem to choose the constant discomfort of unease over facing this and figuring it versus figuring it out for our marriage and our family. So it was an interesting thing for us to observe independently and then come together and have a conversation about. So choosing. So many things are vying for your attention, but what about you? Are you vying for your attention? You may discover that something massive needs to change and it's time to burn it down. How long will you wait to light the match? What needs to be done to prepare to have that conversation, change the job, leave the marriage, look for additional resources to help you take care of the person you love? What do you need to feel prepared for that? And listen, I know I am definitely on a bit of a rant here and this all sounds super overwhelming, but just like launching a rocket, only one small inch in directional misfire can like completely change the destination. And just like the Barbie movie, not everything has to be tackled all at once, but what I know for sure is we have to be awake. We have to be paying attention and making intentional choices so that at the end of the day, and really ultimately at the end of our life, we feel we have done what we came to this earthly plane to do. And it hasn't just been stress and anxiety and depression, that we have had joy and fulfillment and peace and laughter along the way too. I know this is not an easy chapter of your life. If you are here, if you are listening to me, you are in a position as a family caregiver. You are in a family caregiving role. And I see you and I love you, and you are doing a great job. It's so important for you to take care of you so that you can show up for yourself and for other people. I don't know, I may need an ice shower or something after that. Is that a thing? An ice shower? An ice bath? Ooh, I feel like that was quite a rant, but I really want to shake your shoulders and then give you a great big hug that you are deserving and worthy and beautiful. And absolutely, it is time to wake up and start paying attention so that you can make the best choices for you. I love you, and I will talk to you next week. One of the most overwhelming things for me was when we realized as a family that we could not have my family members staying home anymore. They couldn't be home alone. We didn't have the resources to bring in home health. So we needed to find senior living. We had to figure that out. And it was pretty overwhelming. I mean, back at that point, there were not senior living advisors like we have now. Thank God for these amazing people, and we were definitely operating like thumbing through a phone book. Is that outrageous or what? So, what I have done is I have created Illuminating Senior Living. And what this is a very nice little packaged up video series that is going to answer all of your basic questions about senior living. So, you can at least start to have a little bit of confidence and get the ball rolling to figure out what needs to happen next. What is covered in this little video series is: what should we be looking for? How do I choose a place? What are the different levels of care so that you understand what those different levels of care are? How to have the conversation? What are common objections that people have to senior living? And what the experts want you to know. So, I am going to share with you within that video series my own personal experiences, all of the information I have from having worked in senior living for 7 years, and I packaged it all up really nice and beautifully for you. Right now, this is on sale for $57. It is only going to be $57 until September 14th, and then it bumps up to $99. I'm going to put the link in the show notes for you to jump right over there so that you can check it out and make the purchase so that you can get the answers that you need right now.